What's going on, Colts family? It's your boy Jose Fuego Ortiz. We back with another episode. The game is over. Colts win. Colts win. Colts win. They got the first W against the Houston Texans. Changed up my background a little bit. Went back to the old school. Think it just feels a little better. We're gonna see how it works out, man. But let's get right into this game, like I like to do. Shout outs. I like to get my shout outs out early. Shout outs to the offensive line. Shout outs to the defensive line. Boy. Shout out to the backups that came in and did their thing. Ooh, wait. This game started off fast, y'all. Seems like turned around and it was maybe like 5 minutes into the game. We was already up by 14 points, man. Game started off real fast, man. Coach Steichen had the game plan rocking and rolling from the jump. Anthony Richardson, man, what we can see when he's on the field. Stats: 5 for 6, 30-something yards. Let me get that right. Let me get that right. He was 6 for 10 for 56 yards, right? Then he ran for about another 35 yards. Both of those runs, touchdown runs. Now, on the second one, we lost them. Gave up the body, took the hard shot, touchdown, good to go. Head bounces on the ground, out for the rest of the game with a concussion. What do we do? What do we do? He has to protect himself. Yes. But it's part of the game that he plays. So he has to learn. But with all that excitement, all that adrenaline, and when you call his play, and when you see him wrap around and roll out to the right, and he's got a blocker, how do you not take it all the way in? I would have, but I get it. I get it, man. He has to protect himself. He has to. He just does. This is not college. This is the NFL. Everybody's the big boy out here. And even the little guys are, look, man, they not scared. They ready to lay that wood on you. Bah! And that's what happened. But from the beginning of the game, man, that game plan was rocking and rolling, man. It was rocking and rolling. Man, let me tell you. Whew. Look, man, Gardner Minshew comes in the game, settles it down a little bit, and you can see the difference. Tad bit slower pace, was a bit more settled, a bit more controlled, I guess you would say. Takes him right down the field. Touchdown. Pass to Granson. Granson stretches out just a little bit. Wow. Get to the nose. Crosses the power line. Touchdown. It's a thing of beauty. Y'all. It's a thing of beauty. He came in, controlled the tempo, did what he was supposed to do. He knows the scheme. This is why we bring him in. Now, before you guys get off, look, I'm not saying that the offense looks better with him. That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm not. And I won't say that. Because it's just something different when AR5 is in there. But to have him as a backup, somebody that knows the coach, somebody that knows the system, man, he came in and we ain't miss a beat. We did not miss a beat at all. No, we didn't. And what a difference a run game makes. Woo! That Moss, man, just about 5 yards on average per carry. Did that the last time when we faced them. Man, it just makes a hell of a difference, man, when you have a run game. It just does. You can see it. You saw it. You saw it last week with us, right? And the Houston Texans, you know, they didn't have no run game either, and you can see how that made them struggle. So run game definitely plays a key role. We all know that. But man, what a difference it makes. Just what a difference it makes. We just didn't have to do it. It just takes some of the burden off the quarterback. Offensive line. Oh man. It was a thing of beauty out there. Thing of beauty out there. Man. No sacks. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Created big enough holes so like that Zach Moss can get the yards that he needed. Check, tick, 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 tick. We're going to move this ball down the field. And even when we went 3 and out, those didn't look too bad on the offensive line. They sure didn't. Will Anderson? Will who? 51 who? Nowhere. Okay? I didn't hear his name get called once during this game. He was not a factor. Not a factor. No, he wasn't. He probably had, I think he had 2 tackles, maybe. Braden Smith did it. Braden Smith did what he had to do. Whether it was him alone or whether it was some chip blocks, whatever it was, I didn't hear that guy's name. Yeah, I seen that one holding penalty. I got it. It's all good. Other than that, offensive line doing their thing, boy, doing their thing, man. It was great, man. It was great to see it, man. And I was sit in my living room, man, right over here, watching the TV. It's like, yes. Now there was some highs and lows. There was. But still. And even when Kelly went out, because he has a concussion also. Fries came in. Calm, cool, collective. Without a beat. Step right in. Next man, get in. Get tough. Get down. And that was it, man. That was it. And I know we don't got a lot of depth on the offensive line. But he came in and did exactly what he had to do. Kudos, man, to the offensive line. Kudos to Zach Moss. Kudos to Garner Minshew. Kudos to AR5. But you got to protect yourself, man. Got to protect yourself. Second game, got knocked out. Now you have a concussion. Probably going to be out for next week. Highly possible, but look, we'll wait for the doctors to decide. And with that, you take all the time, and the doctors take all the time that they need. No need to rush somebody back from a concussion, because those can have long-term, side effects, I guess, or they can kind of last long. So take the time, protect yourself, but still play hard, still play tough. But you got to slide, or you got to spin, or you got to stop, juke, something. I know you built like a tank, but man, we still need you for the rest of the season. Still need you. Let's talk about the defense. Defensive line. Woo! Picked up right where you left off yesterday. 6 sacks. Now I know everybody's gonna say, well, Houston, Texas, they had a banged up offensive line. I get it. Hey, that's not my fault. You play with who you got. That's it. That's it. 6 sacks. Forrest Buckner with a sack. EJ Speed with a sack. Quiddy Pay with a sack. Woo! And the other ones, they're not even starters and they got sacks. Dio Dangbo with the peanut punch. Fumble. Stroud can't hold on to the ball. And this is early on in the game. I think it's maybe the third play. Third play when they get the ball. Sack, peanut punch. Dio Dangbo. And then who comes up with it? Quiddy Pay. It was a beautiful thing to see. It was a beautiful thing to see. Zaire Franklin with a total, I think, 12, 13 yards, 12 or 13 tackles collective. Boy, everywhere. Tackling machine. Tackling machine. Now, what I got to say, because I know I'm on this hot. The secondary was exposed. Just like last game. Okay? We stopped the run. They only scored. They only ran for 51 yards, and they had 3 running backs out there. But Nico Collins, 140. What? Let me get that. Let me get that number right. He had 146 yards on us and a touchdown, all like over the middle. What are we doing with that? Tank 72 yards. Woods 74 yards. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. This is how they came back into the game. Unacceptable, y'all. Unacceptable. And I get it. Young, we learning. Got to tighten up on that. Got to tighten up on that. We won't be able to close out games with that. Hell no. Nico Collins, and no disrespect, but he's not Calvin Ridley. 146 yards? Shit. Had CJ Stroud like, ooh. And it all happened, all of them on third down. And a lot of them was third down and long. He averaged 20 yards on his reception. And can y'all please look, man? I know y'all want the bang, bang, big hit. I'm going to need for y'all to wrap up and tackle. Because he was getting yak. So please, Baker, wrap up and tackle. Please. I know y'all lowering your shoulders to get the boom. And you can see the boom, but all they doing is rolling off of it. Getting a few more yards. Can't have that. Gotta tackle better. Gotta wrap up. Gotta get better in that secondary. Got to. Because the front 7 is holding it down. They holding it down. That they are. Special teams. Well, it was good to see a field goal. Matt Gay, I was like, oh, there we go. That's what he looked like. That's his number. I was like, thank you. There you go. 3 points. I'll take it. I'll take it. Man. That block, boy. We had that block and they called it back. I wish they didn't. I wish they did. But it's all right. It's all right. Now, special teams also, man, on these kickoff coverages. Look, got to get a little better. Tank had that one good run back. I was like, oh, man, here we go. And that boy quick. You know, that was one of the things last game that kind of lost the force. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, man, let's not get the momentum shifting. But it did. They scored. They came down and scored on that play. They sure did. But overall, man, overall, definitely better, man. Definitely better. Coaching scheme was better. Seemed like I only seen 1 or 2 screens. I was like, thank you. Got better on third down conversions. 6 to 12. That's not great, but at least it's half. No fourth down conversions. Thank you. I'll take that. Played it a little safe. I'll take that. There was one I wanted them to go for, but that's all right. I'll take the 3. I'll take the 3. Thank you. I'll take it. That's what we get. That's what we got the kicker for. Definitely a better game plan, man. Definitely. Not too much craziness. And we won on their home opener. Definitely a plus, man. The battle of the rookies, hey, maybe it didn't pan out the way people wanted it to. And Stroud got his, he got his yardages. But man, AR5 came out there on fire off the break. You couldn't tell him nothing. Definitely a good game, man. Good game. Tough opponent next week. We got Baltimore. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Man, that's gonna be a good game, though, man. It's gonna be a good game. You already know how we came from Baltimore, and then we found a home here in the midst of the night, just like that. But man, if you didn't see today's game, man, you missed a hell of a game. And if you did watch today's game, I hope you were like me and enjoying it on your seats, yelling at the TV, and being grateful and being thankful that the offensive line and the running game came to play and was visible. Man, it's just great. It's just a great thing. Like between last game and this game, night and day. Last game, 3 people couldn't even get more than 35 yards. Now we had one with 88 yards and a touchdown. So sweet, so sweet, so sweet, man. Y'all, let's keep the party going, man. This is Jose Fuego Ortiz. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Until next week, after the game, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace. I'm out of here.